Okay. In our last session, you encountered a herd of Triceratops, a group of orcs, and a peculiar fey individual before reaching the city of Yelmur. You spent an evening in the Dragon's Flagons tavern, earned some coins, gave a barmaid some trauma with your payment offerings, and woke the following morning to find that Barrow's home for renewal was on fire. You each assisted in putting out the fire, and didn't have much success in determining the cause. Just as you've been kicked out of the creature depot, a cry from the crowd still gathered around Barrows alerts you to a ragged vagabond raising a dagger to stab at a man with his back turned, a man wearing gray robes and a white hood. The dagger plunges down into the robed figure's back a moment before two men in the crowd tackle the assailant to the ground. Pandemonium breaks out as the majority of the crowd flees, dispersing, while a few remain either trying to apprehend the vagabond or help the stab victim. Most of the people still here are wearing the simplistic uniform of those who work at Barrows, or a couple of the local guard, as well as the two just random civilians that tackled the vagabond. What do you do?
I drop what I'm doing, and I'll run over and cast Cure Wounds on the stab victim.
Okay. You rush over, and this man is covered head to toe. You can't see, like, any of his skin. He's wearing long, thick gray robes and just leather brown gloves. His hood is up, and he's got a kind of peculiar bronze mask over his face, which, since you've been in this town before, you know this is Trathis Barrow, the owner of Barrow's Home for Renewal, who does not like anyone to see his face on account of how he got his wealth was during a dragon fight, which left him pretty scarred up. So he doesn't like to show his face and always remains covered completely. But he's
Yeah.
bleeding from the stab wound. You rush over and you're able to use Cure Wounds. At most, let's see, the dagger would have done like 3 damage, so I'm sure Cure Wounds covers that.
He's fine.
He grunts a bit as the dagger is pulled out and the wound is closed. Oh, that came out of nowhere. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Barrows, is it?
That's correct.
Why is all this happening? I'm just gonna gesture at the chaos.
Seems to be a bad morning.
That's about right. I need to check on my friends. I'm just gonna run
I'll
over.
have I'll have like floated over during this.
Okay.
Okay.
You see the same individual. Twig, what are you doing?
Standing very confusedly
Okay.
because all the pandemonium happening, and then seeing the odd thing. I don't think I've ever seen a knife before.
I mean, Pixies would have it for like preparing foods and stuff.
Much smaller.
Yeah, nothing.
I don't
like
think Twig in the Pixie kitchens, Jake.
Oh yeah, Twig has
That's
never been
true.
inside.
That's the second point.
Okay.
I'm just very confused.
But yeah, you just saw this vagabond stab this guy, and as he's tackled, he's thrashing, trying to break free. I know what you are, monster! Can't you people see? And he's clubbed and knocked unconscious.
It's just normal.
Cat is going to jerk a thumb at the guy that was just screaming, go, get a load of that guy.
I have a feeling he's the cause of the fire. Seems to have a personal beef with me, although I can't understand why. And, to answer your question, no, this is far from normal. This is a very peculiar morning, and I hope it stays peculiar in that this doesn't become a recurring issue. If you'll excuse me, I have some property damage to assess. I thank you once again for the prompt treatment of that injury, and bid you
I had
all...
no mind.
Well, if you need a place to stay for the night, you're welcome in. There's plenty of rooms. Well, I should probably make sure they're not on fire first before I make that offer. Excuse me. He goes inside. With that outburst taken care of, what is the next order of business for the three of you?
I don't think this is our problem. I'm just gonna kind of fold my arms and watch.
Gonna start wandering off.
I don't understand.
Where are you going?
Hounds.
You said it wasn't on problem?
Oh, no, but I'm just. What are you doing? Heading off
Leaving?
somewhere?
Yeah. I'm just going.
Just gone away.
I mean, we could still stay in the town for a few days. We just don't need to necessarily. I don't know if we can
Oh.
tackle all that. Did we already eat?
No.
think
I
we
already,
did.
I already
You
drank
woke
the
up,
earth.
saw there was a fire across the street, and ran out without having breakfast.
Yeah.
How much nutrition would I get from that patch of soil I was in?
You're feeling fine,
Okay. Making
especially
sure I've
with
never
Rue's help
had
making
city
it a
dirt
bit
before.
more of a garden than just a grassy path.
Well, I don't know about you lot, but I could use some food. I'm gonna start scanning around
Okay.
for a brekkie spot.
There's a few small eateries around here. There's the tavern that you stayed at yesterday. There's some more basic things like bakeries and places to just get kind of like basic ingredients to make your own meals. There are more sophisticated sort of dinner-only places, which are not open yet because it's still early morning. What are you in the mood for?
A sandwich.
A sandwich. Okay. In that case, just a couple streets down, you find there is a street vendor with a covered kind of wagon stall that he's. It's this. We'll say, I always
Sorry.
get nervous for some reason about improvising NPCs, which is the dumbest thing. We'll say it's a fellow gnome, a silver-haired gnome with a long twirly mustache. He's rapidly slicing a bunch of bread and cheese and ham and he's got a bunch of like onions and tomatoes in crates on the side and just getting ready to start making orders. It's a built-to-order place. He doesn't really prep anything beforehand, but he's moving with such speed that you shouldn't have to wait long for your meal. And this early in the morning, there's no line. You can head right up.
I will saunter up and be like, all right, finally, someone who knows his stuff. You look like you could make a mean breakfast sandwich.
Well,
Is there?
What?
I was gonna ask, is there like bread visible in this area? Because I will be poking at it very confused.
Yeah, there is bread, and if you start poking at it, he's gonna like shoo you away. Hey, no touching, no touching. I'm working with this. Breakfast, you say? Breakfast. Eggs gonna cook for a minute. Takes a little time, but I can get that started. How many you want?
Yeah, 2, please.
2. All right.
And throw some ham on there too, if you
Ham.
don't mind.
All right. Get started. It's almost alarming the speed at which he moves and the amount of different knives and tools that are getting. He'll like chuck a knife across his wagon to embed it in the wall so that it's ready over there for him to grab and use. So it's a little bit of a hazardous working environment. You see why he's working alone, but pretty quickly he gets your order put together: ham, eggs, any cheese if you want that, and it's a nice hot ready breakfast sandwich in just a jiffy.
All
Yeah,
right.
the
what
way he
about
said
you?
ham was
5
very
copper.
satisfying.
5 copper. All right, for both.
Each. So 1 silver if you got silver, 10 copper if you got copper.
I will give him 2 silver. Keep the change.
Double
Where you
payment?
from?
That's not change. Sorry, did you ask a question?
Yeah, I asked him where he's from.
Oh. Yelmore, born and raised. And you, sir? Fine gnomish gentleman
Well-
like yourself.
Quite a ways off. Oh, did I not write the name of it down?
Oh
You told me,
no,
but I
you
forgot.
forgot where you're from. Oh, that's a shame. Gonna have to take that sandwich back. I'm sorry.
No. No, he'd be like, well, round Morgos in the mines.
Woo! Cross the sea?
Oh yeah.
When'd
I've
you
been
make that
traveling for
trip?
quite some time. When? Oof, not exactly sure. It all blends together. All this traveling. Probably only going to be here for a few more days.
Right. Well, thanks for the business. Thanks for this bit of a story.
Thanks for the breakfast.
You're welcome. That's my job. I like it.
All right. I'll take off and
Got
start
some
showing.
odd-looking friends. How are you two doing? You want a sandwich? Do they speak?
Tomatoes.
Sometimes.
Tomatoes. Just tomato sandwich?
Just
Nothing
the
else?
tomatoes by
Tomatoes.
themselves, I think.
Just
Yeah.
tomatoes.
On a board? On a board? I'm gonna
On
look
a-
at what's his face? Pat. Just
The bread?
he saw how Twig ate the tomatoes last time, right?
Just stomping on them.
You need something to... Wait, what are you asking me?
No.
I got a lot of weird looks when I stepped on them.
No, like this. Pat will demonstrate taking a bite slowly from his sandwich and chewing. Mmm.
I'm gonna look very forlorn. Perhaps you don't quite understand, but I don't eat like that. I'm gonna try and hold my hand out for like a bite of anything. Like maybe there's a tomato lying around to like, try and demonstrate.
I'm more curious than I am concerned about the cost. He puts a tomato in your hand.
I'll speak around the sandwich. Go. The silver should cover it.
It's true.
I'm gonna put it in my mouth, try to chew, but just once again it falls out from by my neck.
I'm not quite sure
I'm gonna-
how it eats.
I step on the tomato.
Fair enough.
like that. No. Well. No.
No?
I'm gonna try counting on my fingers, like. Two.
You want 2 tomatoes?
I don't know if I have any fingers.
You have fingers.
Do I? I have fingers. How many?
You have 10 fingers.
I have 10 fingers. I can't count. 2. 1 for each hand.
Tomatoes?
Do you have any bigger tomatoes? The ones back home were much larger.
Well, it's all grown local, so it's good in that sense. Grab a couple more tomatoes. Silver still covers it. Give us those over to Twig.
Thanks. Tuck them away, and then I'll go somewhere else to eat them.
Okay.
What does this rock smell like? Roots?
What are you talking about here?
Bread.
Pat is just gonna kind of smile and keep eating his sandwich.
What exactly about that is like a rock to you?
It's rock shaped.
rock shaped.
And it's kind of hard.
So rocks have a specific shape to you. Because I've seen rocks.
They don't to you?
all- No, rocks are any shape.
There's
this
a lot
is-
of rocks that are this shape.
Also, your friend there, he's eating it right in front of you. You think he does? Do you think he eats rocks? Gnomes don't eat rocks. Dwarves might. Gnomes don't.
I don't even know. I don't know what he is. So I mean, he's
He's
done
a
weird.
gnome. He's a gnome. We're both gnomes. Oh. All right. It's bread, not a rock. Baked it myself. Kind of hurts my feelings that you called it a rock because it's nice and squishy. You want a piece? Have you not had bread before?
I don't think he's ever been outside of, where is it from, the Hollow?
Red.
Gonna give you a piece. You gotta try it.
I've had a lot of red things.
Eat it. It'll change your life.
I'll take a bite of it.
Alright. It's bread! I don't know how you react to bread, but it's bread.
It's kind of like roots.
Okay.
You don't eat roots?
Nope. You don't eat bread, and I don't eat roots, and that's fine.
You're too big to eat nectar.
I like to think I'm a little on the slim side, but okay.
I can't. I wish I could do the face that I want to do for that. Just like wide eye, like you're slim.
Right,
I apologize for that. Oh,
I mean,
they don't get
it's
out much.
nothing
at all.
wrong with it. It's just really weird running into people who don't know how to eat or don't know what bread is. So,
I'm gonna come back and my feet are leaving trails of like wet
Ooh.
prints, like a little bit of tomato seeds left behind.
that's oh boy. All right.
I'll see the seeds and dash over and start growing them.
So as the new plants immediately start to take root between the cobblestones and sprout up. Okay. Some interesting folk this morning. You're here for a few days, you said.
Yeah,
Are
should
we?
be.
Are we?
Why not?
Why?
If
Why?
you give me like a week, I can get this whole place back to normal.
If you're talking about the whole place being the town, what is back to normal? Because this is normal for the town.
This
It
is
is?
not
Nothing wrong with the
normal.
town.
This is normal. Yes.
Where's the green? There's
The
There's not
green's
enough.
outside the town.
but why?
You know, it
isn't
needs to be inside.
It really doesn't. People are just fine here without the green inside the town. Although that does,
How do you go
I do
about
like the
living your
tomato
life?
plants right there.
How do you? But what if like someone wants to just something and eat it?
Then they buy it from one
It
of
would
the
be right
shops
here.
that's- Well, I mean, yeah, but this is a street. It's going to get stepped on. It's going to die.
Why are you growing it there? It's gonna die.
I'll like as they're still really small, can I like get my hands down there and pull them up and move them over, just like just over randomly. I don't really understand streets. Just somewhere that looks a little bit better.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. If people are hungry, they come to me or they come to another shop and they buy food. This is how it works. Or they go out and they hunt and they bring it in.
You don't.
What do
Plants
you
don't
do?
really move that much. Why do you need to hunt them?
Well, they had.
No, he's talking about animals. There's a
Yeah,
big word for this, you lot. It's called civilization. Things are much different in civilization than out in
This
the
is
wild.
so. This is not civilized.
well, I mean, take it or leave it. It's not for everybody. I know there's plenty of folks that don't like sticking around towns. But, I mean, you probably shouldn't try and take the town away from the people that like the town.
Fair
Right.
point.
It.
No, they
But
don't
I
get
don't-
upset. You'd have to ask them first.
How? I can't. Why? I can't take this. This is way too much.
Well, I mean, by changing it back to your normal, you'd be taking away the other people's normal, and then they.
It's just
be uncomfortable.
normal. It's not our normal.
It is your normal. For a lot of people, this is normal. I mean, you see how many people are around here, and do they look like they're lost? Do they look like they're confused by any of this? No, this is normal to them. This is just another morning.
Well, that's just because they don't have nice tomatoes
Burning houses
everywhere.
on another morning.
They don't need tomatoes everywhere. If there were tomatoes everywhere, then there'd be tomato mess everywhere
They would-
because people are
Or-
moving through here a lot.
Just
But what if you're
avoid
hungry
the
and you don't want to go
tomatoes.
somewhere?
You can do that. You can buy tomatoes one day, have them in your house, just set them aside. You don't have to eat them right away, and you can just have a day where you just stay in your house, don't move anywhere. You have your stuff. I really, what do you do? I'm very curious now. I like this conversation actually. This is fun. I mean, I've got prep work to do, but it's early yet.
Is there a line?
There's like, not yet. No, there's not a line yet. It's still pretty early in the morning. So, what's your usual morning?
I go up.
Sleep.
Well, yeah, he sleeps a lot. He wants to get tall. I
Okay.
go
Okay.
and I just go outside and I get something to eat, and then I go back. And when I get hungry again, I go get something else to eat,
Okay.
and it's all right there. I don't have to go. I don't have to go anywhere.
Okay.
There's some really flowers by our house too.
Well, I mean that kind of sounds nice. It's definitely uncomplicated, but people here, they live in the town because the town's got walls, and that helps keep them safe from big nasty beasts and like raids and dangerous stuff that wants to come in and like mess up your day. So people like the security. I guess they trade a bit of their personal freedom for that security because they do tend to stay confined to one town or another. Do have to pay taxes, which is kind of a bum deal. But
What's that?
it's you got to give money to the governor of the town so that the town can stay a town or work can be done. The money is used to improve the town to make it better, and I mean, kind of stinks that it comes from everybody's money, but at the same time, I guess that's fair.
Pat is going to pipe up and just go, I don't think anybody should pay taxes.
He doesn't say a word, but he's like, yeah. What are you... If this is not normal for you, what are you in here for?
What are we
Oh.
here for?
I wanted to come here. I kind of dragged them into it, honestly. I've been on the road for probably a good month since my last town, and I just wanted to find a spot to put up my feet. I guess it's
Yeah,
a
it's
good
fair.
introduction for them. It's a nice spot to learn a bunch, I suppose.
So what, you just kind of bumped into each other along the way?
Yep.
I remember. I'm gonna pull out the vial. A little bit too fast. Like, I kind of forgot what it is. Not like I'm not gonna hit it on anything, but
Okay.
this.
Was that ink? What's that?
What's ink?
Well, what's it? He quickly like disappears into the back for a second, and then on the paper here, there's like the markings are made from ink. You use it for making like letters or drawing and just making marks.
I don't think this is ink.
All right. Well, what is it?
I don't know.
Where did you get that?
Is that a meta or like actually?
Yeah, I don't know where he got that.
It was a wolf's. It was in a wolf's eyeball.
Oh, that.
And then in my
Yeah, that
eyeball.
Oh yeah, in that case, Pat will just kind of quietly go to Rue and go, "Hey, maybe not best to wave that around. Wrong people might catch a fright."
Ooh.
So, this is important to you, but you don't know what it is. So why is it important?
I think it's eating
I
the
think-
forest.
I think he just wants
Yeah.
some clarification on it. Do you know if there's any apothecaries in Yelmore still? Someone we could go to, I don't know, learn about an exotic herb or potion.
I mean, there's an herbalist place down the street. If you're looking for more of an apothecary for getting healed, that I think Barrows have some like free healing stuff. But I don't know.
Herbalist would probably be better.
All right, well, let's just pop down the street. Can't miss it. There's plants all over the front of the building.
This
Rue,
is
would you
not
like
an
to go there?
herb.
I know, but
yeah,
they
I'd
might know.
agree. That doesn't look much planty. It looks like ink. I
Rue.
hate to tell you, but it's probably just ink.
Are you looking for answers? Because I hate to. No offense. He'll talk to the vendor. A sandwich man isn't going to be able to help us here as much as an herbalist.
Not in the slightest.
I'm gonna raise my hand slowly.
Yeah.
Does ink
Yeah.
come from eyeballs?
What? What? Sorry, from eyeballs?
That's where this content came from. It was from a wolf.
Wait, really? Wait, what?
Yeah.
It's a very sick wolf. It might be an unknown disease. We're just looking into it. We should go.
maybe
I'm
the
gonna
folks-
grab.
There! And the owl bear! The owl bear! Okay, yeah, there was no. Yeah.
Wolves and
I'm gonna
rabbits.
grab
We almost
Twig
died.
and Rune. Can I just like drag you guys towards the herbalist?
You can try. I'm 7 feet tall.
I mean, if you want to do a contested strength, I'm okay with that. I'm just gonna try and tug
Do I have
you
an
towards the
advantage?
herbalist.
How tall
No, it's
tiny.
just contested strength.
I would like to remind
If you don't want to
Esther
be
that
moved, that'd
I'm
be
pretty
something
sure
to
she
do.
could just be rooted to the ground. Wait, is it cobblestone?
It is cobblestone.
It
Oh,
is
okay.
cobblestone, so I can't. But I don't think I would.
At this
'cause-
point, a wagon
I'll-
rolls past and squashes one of the tomato plants that you've been growing.
Well, either way, Pat will thank the vendor for food and try and get us to go toward the herbalist.
Okay.
However we want to do
Well,
that.
on my contested strength, I got a natural.
Look, we are
20.
doing one. Oh boy.
You said roll for contested strengths. I rolled.
No, I didn't. I'm not the DM. Why'd you listen?
Oh.
But that doesn't matter because I got a 2 minus 2, so.
I guess Twig is able
You have
to
a-
root himself enough to just not move at all.
What are you doing?
I
Can we
mean,
go this
if
way,
it's a
please?
disease or animal thing. Maybe the folks
very
at the
cute.
Creature Depot might
This
know.
it's
No,
very
it went in
knowledgeable.
my eyeball too. I think it'll just go on anyone.
I'm gonna
yeah,
march toward the herbalist stall.
sandwich vendor. Don't know squat about that. Good luck. He starts cooking more eggs.
As I approach the herbalist area, is Twig still not moving?
I'm just watching him cook eggs. I'm just like,
Are you okay with me having you make a wisdom saving throw?
If you're using
Sure.
a spell on them, I mean, that's something that you can just decide to do, really.
Oh. I did
Can
not
I
know
have
that.
Can I want to take the run over tomato plant and like the little bit of dirt I can get. I'm gonna take it over and like plant it on Twig's shoulder. And just give him
you
a
said
little
wisdom
pat.
saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh.
So now you've
Oh,
got
no.
this little tomato plant sprouting.
I will guard that with my life.
Okay.
I got a 16. 12 plus 4.
Ah. You succeed, never mind. You just hear a very reverb approach echo across the street, and then Pat just throws his hands up in the air and goes into the herbalist.
Trying to charm me into like obeying you.
I tried to use command on you to get you to move.
Approach. Come on.
Nothing happened.
Alright,
Oh, that's
Pat,
amazing.
this herbalism place, there are potted plants out front and creeping vines hanging over the front, which you kind of have to push aside to get to the door. Upon entering, there's plants everywhere on nearly every square inch of floor. You kind of have to step carefully around plants on the floor. There's in pots on shelves on the wall, on countertops, and there's this just very slow-moving old dwarven woman, face covered in thick wrinkles, and her eyes are so small it's very hard to see them. But she just looks up with a massive armload of various plants in her arms and just, good morning.
Good morning.
What can I get you?
Well, actually,
Sir?
well, I was just looking for some answers, really. There's a bunch of strange things that I've come across that I'd like to see if you know about.
I don't recognize the name of that plant, but I'll take a look in my stock. One moment.
No, I'm not buying anything.
She puts all the plants down, stands back up creakily, and
Excuse
starts
me.
shuffling off. You follow her through this like winding path between pots, and she gets down this great big dusty book and starts flipping through pages, trying to find a plant with an extremely long name that you just said. Which does
ma'am,
not exist. Mm-hmm.
so you only know about plants?
Yes, I have plans.
That's
What
not
kind
how-
are you looking for, sir?
I'm not looking for a plant.
You
I
should-
have
Woof.
questions.
You have questions about plants?
Actually, you know what? I don't. Have a good day. I'm going to leave the shop.
Goodbye. It takes another like 30 seconds of following this winding course to get out the door.
I'm gonna exit and just kind of glance over to where Twig and Rue are and just shake my head. It is evident on my face that there is no help inside.
So,
I had my breakfast. I don't know where everyone else is going. Actually, I'll walk over. Did Pat already offer help with the goop or just help getting to the town?
I'm not sure. I don't
I
recall.
don't think
that.
I ever mentioned anything like that. So he'll ask to see the vial then. If Rue's okay with that.
This one? I'm gonna hold it up.
Yeah.
I have a few more, but they're not as interesting.
That's alright. You said this is from the animals we fought?
I fought. Well,
Well, the
Not
owl
you.
bear, you said.
I didn't get this from that.
Okay, but it's the same, you think?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
What?
And you don't know
So I
what
think-
it is.
Well, there's something like on the plants too, but this was in that. This was on a wolf.
Yeah. But you said something about it eating the forest.
Yeah. We're gonna have to move. We're supposed to
if we-
find out
Yeah.
what it is so we don't have to. Twig!
Watch.
We should find out what this is so we don't have to move.
Drew, this might be the first bit of sense that I'm saying today, so don't expect anything more from me. But that is why we were sent on this.
I forgot.
You guys have been on a
This is-
quest to just discover what this is?
Well, yeah, because it's eating our home. Well, it will be. It's not right now.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is such a rhetorical question. Do you have any experience being part of an adventuring party?
What's that?
Oh.
What's the party?
Is it like the thing you do before you go on an adventure?
Is it
No,
the thing
'Cause I
that,
think
that,
we
hap- that
didn't
happens
get
like
one of those.
what we are right now?
We've been acting as a party for the past few days, merely out of convenience, at least for
This
me.
was not a fun party.
That's not the correct use of the term. Let me explain. I am going to start just kind of using minor illusion along with what I'm talking about to explain the concept of an adventuring party being a group of people that comes together to finish a quest. And because they
How-
told me about a quest, I'm like trying to describe to them that we should form one of these to do that.
Can you describe kind of your illusion? Because I want to see how interested Rue is. By
It'd be like an illusion of like heroic figures. Maybe he'd use like Rue and Twig in armor, like standing alongside him, slaying a dragon or something. Like
Okay, he'd be
Just
pretty
adventuring
bored
stuff.
by the end of that. He's just working on the tomato plant.
you're not even listening, are you? I'm gonna drop whatever illusion is currently in my hands and be like, look,
We don't have to fight
Maybe-
a dragon. We just have to find out what's eating the woods.
it's an illustration. It was an illustration.
What's that?
I'm trying. Listen. Oh.
Well, that's what that was.
What is?
Um,
What's that?
No, the illusion was an illustrate, like a painting, a picture. Do you know what a picture is?
Yeah. Well, I know what a
Get
painting.
Slow blink.
Okay. So I was painting a picture for you that's just there to describe.
Where'd it go?
Well, I dropped. It's gone now because I'm not using the magic.
But there's not much of a painting, is it?
No, it's a fake painting. I lied to you.
It's a fainting.
That's not-
Listen, do you guys need help with this quest? Because I'm going to be honest, if it was not for me, you would both be in an owlbear's stomach right now.
If it weren't for me, we'd all
No, he
be
wasn't
alive.
hungry.
Oh, hang on.
He tried to eat me. I'd say that counts as hungry.
Well, it's because your food did.
You would have died.
All of us would have died if it weren't for me. So if anybody's to leave the thing here, I'll go. Are we talking about that now?
The group?
Yeah.
Yes, if you two
You want me to leave?
need... No. I'm simply saying,
Okay,
if
so I
this
was
is
asking and you said
important...
yeah.
No, if this is important to you, finding out what this is so that you don't have to move, I'm saying we should group up and do that together. I've already helped you out of a sticky situation or two. You've helped me. We did some good back there with the fire. Just saying. Think about it. Maybe we should become a party.
If they didn't use dead plants for whatever that was, then they wouldn't have burned. They should use live ones. They don't burn as good.
Noted. I'll keep that in mind for when I become the mayor of Yelmore, which is never.
Then why would you keep that in mind?
Sarcasm. I'll stand up and brush my hands off.
I'm gonna have to listen to that whole conversation like 3 or 4 times. Because that was amazing. If you all didn't have inspiration, you have inspiration now.
Yeah.
Holy
I love how
cow.
Pat is the only person who has actual experience in the real world.
Yeah. Like leading a pair of
Makes for such a
toddlers
fun
through
dynamic.
a dog yard.
Exactly.
Oh,
Very
oh my
powerful
goodness.
toddlers.
Oh, my
Toddlers
goodness.
that just keep suplexing him.
Oh,
A
man.
7-foot toddler. Ugh. Guys, it's not even close to 11 yet.
I know.
This is awesome.
You notice, as you've been having this conversation, there is a elvish woman standing a bit close by who's got these big round glasses on, hair tied back in a ponytail, and has just been watching this whole thing.
I'll notice that and be like, "What are you looking at?"
I'm looking at
Yeah,
him. And
where-
she points at Twig. You're a pumpkin folk.
Oh, you actually know what
Yeah.
they're called.
I do. You speak common?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what for. I've never
I'm-
heard of a pumpkin folk speaking common. This is
Well,
fascinating.
maybe I'm not speaking common. Maybe you're speaking tree.
Highly unlikely.
No, because I'm not speaking tree.
And a pixie.
Maybe this is all the illusion. Maybe you're not even real.
No, you're real. I planted a tomato in you.
I'm talking to you. I've talked to you enough, Rue. Ugh. Who are you? And I'm addressing the elven woman. I think she's an elven woman. I hope she is.
My name is Silenth. And you are?
Pumpkin folk.
But your name?
Twig.
Would you all mind
Just Twig.
a bit of tea over at my place? This is... I know it's early, but I would really like to know more about what's going on here.
I raise my hand again. Will we need to be quiet?
No, the more you talk, the better. Because
Okay,
I'm
I thought we were supposed
very
to
excited to
stay
find
silent.
out how it is that you can talk.
Meta question: Was Twig able to talk when we found him, or did we teach?
When Twig
I
first...
don't remember.
Came into...
I've always been able to
Yeah,
speak
that's what it
common.
was.
Hollow.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Wait, am I getting backstory, Liam? Are you telling me a bit of my backstory that I
Oh.
don't even know?
well, I think...
Do you need to message it?
I don't mind
No,
telling.
I don't have any
Okay.
backstory. I
Oh,
have
okay.
amnesia. Liam said he'd make up my backstory.
Rin, do you remember what Twig was like?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, let me
Pretty
just
sure.
send quick DM. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember.
But yeah, after the like mind-wiping tonic or arrows or whatever it was that you used, Twig was able to speak common without needing to be taught.
Okay.
Also,
Raise my
I
hand again.
apologize for
Are-
eavesdropping, but
oh.
I overheard something about an adventuring party, and that's also intriguing.
We didn't get one of those.
No, I was talking. I'd love some tea.
You could we could
Pat
have a
is
tea
looking
party.
so exhausted. He's just like, I'd love tea.
Right this way, and she'll start leading you down the street, like checking over her shoulder every like 3 seconds to make sure you're still there and still exist.
I follow.
Eventually leads you to a standalone home, a fairly large place, with actual greenery, hedges around it, separating it from other homes. Opens the door for you. It's to Pat, it's a very nice, kind of upper middle class, almost wealthy sort of place. To Rue and Twig, it's another house with wood and stone and not much green inside.
Step
And
through
there's
the
a
doorway
lot of
and
glass
immediately groan.
I apologize, it's not exactly built for someone of your stature, but
No, it's not that. Where's the green?
would you prefer we talk here in the yard?
Yes.
If there's plants,
Well-
then yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Leads you through the house, out the back door, and there is a small yard with little bird bath and some benches and a couple small trees. Nothing
This is
forest-like,
joyful.
but it's
I'm gonna hug the tree.
okay. On her way through the house, she's gonna talk to presumably a servant, someone else, and have them get some tea ready. Quickly comes out, and you can each receive a steaming hot cup of enjoyable herbal tea. I hope
I'm gonna
I'm not
stare at my
being
cup.
too intrusive, but heard some talk about the forest being eaten and not knowing where to go or what to do, and talk of adventuring and a pumpkin focus talking, and I'd love to offer any assistance I can in exchange for more information on this.
I will look to Rue and be like, "Are you okay with her knowing?" Seems kind of. Well, I guess she must have already heard all of it. I'll turn back to her and take a sip of the tea. Yes, these two have come from. I don't think the Feywild. Where did you say it was? Hollow something?
Petal hollow.
Petal Hollow.
Petal hollow.
They've got a sample of some kind of, I guess, plague that's infecting animals, plants, slowly spreading. If they don't find the source or what it is, they'll have to leave. And I was just talking to them, saying that since, well, they don't have much experience out in the real world, this is their first real adventure. Trying to say how that all works and that I could help. Because, well, I'd prefer not to see innocents die for no reason. Not to make it too grim, of course. I'll take another swig.
Well, all right. A plague, you say? What are the symptoms? What is this looking like? Undead?
I'll be looking at Rue. Well, he saw it first.
Angry.
I'm trying to. They were just the wolves and the owlbear were angry, right? They weren't hungry, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Well, the plants. I can't talk to those. That's Twig can do that. But the animal that I got this from, and I'll pull out the vial again. He was just really mad, and I hit him in the head, and he wasn't mad anymore. It went in my eyeball though. It was not fun.
Can you elaborate more than not fun?
Did it
It
hurt?
was like if it was nighttime, and it was really stormy.
That's very peculiar. I can't say I've heard of that before. I admit, you had me very concerned for a moment there when you said anger was the main symptom, but this doesn't look like the spreading hate, so that's a relief. It affected wolves and plants, and you.
And an owl bear.
And an owl bear. Okay. And it was near Petal Hollow?
Pretty
I
close.
believe. Yeah, I believe so.
Would you mind if I examined that? Well, I'm not sure if I should, but this should be... let's see. Someone has to take a look at that. You've done a smart thing taking that sample, but I'm not sure who best to examine it. I'm a bit of a researcher, but plagues are definitely not my specialty. It
Be a
was
shame if it got on your carpet.
well. I think that'd be likely the least of our concerns if it's as bad as it's sounding. Storms and darkness.
Are there like any flowers, just like really tiny ones in the lawn anyway?
Yeah, occasionally.
Okay, I'm gonna be like glancing over my shoulder, A, trying to look for more, and B, really holding myself back from going and like caring for them.
Petal Hollow. Petal Hollow. Which direction from Petal Hollow was this effect? This affected area?
Direction.
Two worst people for directions in the entire world.
Only second to a blind man.
If you came here,
Can I roll?
did you cross through it on your way from Petal Hollow to Yelmore, or was it left behind? Excuse me.
I don't think we didn't go through it.
No? Right.
We signed
So not,
well,
not to the north.
when?
If it was to the west, the Hagmire's in that direction, as is the Gravewood, two very unsavory places, both fairly likely for something this foul to originate from.
I'm gonna kind of bristle at the word hag.
I don't suppose Petal Hollow had any quarrel with undead or hags recently? I don't mean to pry too much, but this could be important.
Would Pat know?
Not recently.
Some,
And not from here.
not hags from here. Alright. Still, those two seem like our best bet for finding answers. Especially if it's not north of Petal Hollow.
Oh, which is the worst of the two, the Gravewood or the Hagmire?
I've got opinions. Other people have other opinions. I'd rather deal with undead than hags because undead are usually far less clever than hags.
I'm gonna be nodding very enthusiastically.
But
undead couldn't make something like this.
likely not on their own unless this is necromantic. Did it seem to cause any symptoms of withering in the creatures it infected? Did they seem emaciated or undead at all?
Just angry.
Just angry. And you got this out of one. How did you get it out?
I hit it, and it came out, and I caught it, and it wiggled its way in my eyeball, and then it came out, and I put it in the jar.
I'm sorry, it moves? Is this alive?
Not what I would think is alive, but maybe?
And the creature that you hit, did it survive?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's something. That's useful. Likely not. I wouldn't think necromantic then, so... That's... It's good to narrow it down, but I don't like the direction it's narrowing down to. Because if it's the doing of a hag, that is really unpleasant. But I'd still like to know. Hmm?
Huh?
What did you say?
I said you could say that again.
Oh.
You don't have to.
I'd prefer not to. Doesn't bear repeating. I hate to tell anyone to go looking for hags, especially if you're not really cut out for it. I don't know your skills or how well versed you are in adventuring. It sounded, you said you were just starting out, so might not be the safest thing to do, but
Twig raises a hand.
yes.
Did they look like you?
Ooh, I... They can. They can use disguises.
Are you a hag?
I am not. Please don't call me a hag. Also,
How can we
why
be
would
sure?
I point you towards... Oh, never mind. They, in their natural form, are far more hideous and very unpleasant creatures.
Very bad.
So they look like him? And points at Pat.
Far
That's
worse.
insulting.
Far worse. Far worse.
But my hand slowly turns to point at me.
They don't look like you either.
Far worse.
Okay.
Bit of a side tangent, if you don't mind. What is your story? How did you come to speak common? How...
It's a very good question. My answer is I don't remember.
Oh... Really?
I just know that I've always known how to, Actually, I don't think I actually know. I remember that.
Oh... Okay.
He's my friend. I point at Rue. He helped, I think. Did he? Did you?
Do you have... amnesia?
What's that?
Uh...
Is that a food?
Where you can't remember either forming new memories or recalling old memories, like being unable to remember beyond a certain point in your history. Were you struck on the head or fell hard at some point?
I don't know.
Hmm. That's very frustrating, because you are a delightful puzzle that I'd love to understand and now have no hope of doing so.
Welcome to life.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I'll
But
give you a puzzle.
go for it.
I will slowly start lining up the strange vials and pouches and stuff that I stole from the guy making soup, and go like, any idea what these do?
She's gonna reach for one, uncork it, and sniff it. These are Fey spices. Did you go to the Fey realm?
No, I found them.
Well, wherever you found them, I put them back because it's likely the Fae that had them is going to come looking for them. And Fae can be... They don't have the same morals that people in Aronia do.
Oh,
So,
okay.
retribution might be a little overkill by our standards.
Just spices then.
We don't kill things all the time.
Stick to that. As far as I know, just spices, but Fey spices can be unpredictable in their results. So, if you haven't eaten them yet, don't eat them, because I
He
don't
ate 'em,
know who ate them.
I'll point at Twig.
And what happened?
He passed out.
Yeah, don't eat them.
I had some
I was
too.
just-
Because by themselves or in combination with each other, it could be extremely chaotic, possibly deadly, possibly irreversible changes to your physiology or psychology. So,
The stew wasn't that.
yeah, I'm gonna slowly put all those back.
okay. Now,
I'm gonna bundle them up in my pouch.
you came to Yelmore in search of answers for this?
Yep.
Well, unfortunately, your answers are more likely back towards the cause of this, down south, either in the affected area itself or possibly trying to... probably a bad idea, but interrogate a hag and see if it has anything to do with this, or barter for information from a hag. If this is ongoing in a hag's territory, they likely either have something to do with it or know who does. But safest thing to do would be to avoid hags entirely, so either go for the information via hag, or I don't know how safe it would be to plunge directly into this afflicted area.
We'd have to find some better gear. At least for myself if I'm going, which it's gonna take some convincing on my part.
Is the Pixie the only one that this infected briefly? Or did the two of you...
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay, so far we know it infects beasts and pixies. How did you recover from it infecting you? Rue?
I've very metagame. It was a wisdom save. What did it just come out after the wisdom save,
Yeah,
or was it just like?
it was either wisdom or charisma, but you managed
Yeah.
to hold on to yourself enough that it failed to take hold.
So I don't really know.
Oh, well, no external remedy was applied.
It just, I don't know. It just came out.
Okay, so maybe it doesn't affect humanoids or Fae all that well. This may be foolish, but it may be worth a test. To see
Kind
if,
of test.
intentionally becoming infected to determine whether it will take hold or if this only affects beasts.
That's crazy.
Possibly. I volunteer. If none of you
You're
are...
gonna stick that in your eye.
I'd prefer not to, but if it helps to solve this problem, it may be the right thing to do.
And there's nobody else we can talk to.
Not in Yelmore, unfortunately. Perhaps someone in the capital, Creed's Hall, or someplace with higher education than Yelmore has heard of something like
minute.
this, but what?
I'm such an idiot. Can I see the vial?
I'll hold it out.
I'm gonna place it on the table and start kind of muttering under my breath and cast Identify on it.
Okay. Let me just verify something real quick with the Identify spell.
You touch an object throughout the spell's casting. If the object is a magic item or some other magical object, you learn its properties, how to use them, whether it requires attunement, how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any ongoing spells are affecting it and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn the spell's name. And if you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn which ongoing spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Okay. Well, it's not technically a magical item, but I will say that through Identify, you are able to get sort of a sense of this. It's not technically alive. It's more of just material, though it does have the ability to move itself, and it was created with a ritual that seems to be an ongoing effect. But you're not able to identify any particular common spell that this was created from. This seems very, very foreign.
That's odd.
Any luck?
It can move.
Oh, man.
Normally I'd know whom and how, but it's a blend. I can't pin down one spell. Either it's a conglomeration of a bunch of other ones, or it's something completely new.
Well, I can try and reach out to a few friends and see if any of them have heard anything about this, if we don't want to try the test immediately.
I don't think we should.
It was in my eye already. I can put it back in.
Don't do that.
Why would you? If
Are
it
you-
turns you angry, you.
Are
No, I'm
you
swatting
a
you across the
magic
room.
caster?
Yeah.
Then I would still recommend I be the subject because, frankly, I'm the weakest one here. And if I need to be subdued, shouldn't be a problem for the three of you. However, if one of you needs to be subdued, I will be of little to no help.
Huh. Got a run.
Sorry, you broke up. What was that?
He said, "Do you have a rope?"
A rope? Yes,
Yeah.
one moment. And she gets up and goes into the house to fetch a rope. A minute or so passes before she comes back with a coil of rope,
Fire up.
sets it down, takes a seat. Alright, this is probably stupid, but might help. Pat, you're tying her up?
Yes. Yeah, he's just gonna kind of begrudgingly go ahead and he goes, "Is the queen? We don't have to ag. It's
Oh, good.
worth a try." And he will tie her to the chair.
Okay. Does it have to go in my eye? Or, well, just take
We'll
my
probably just go wherever at once.
take my glasses off, please, and set those aside. I really do not want those getting broken.
Of course, he'll move those.
Alright.
He's hoping it's okay for you. I'm not
Yeah.
sure how to get it out if. All right,
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
uncap the vial and let's hold it.
Sorry, you're breaking up a lot. Could you...
I think, yeah. Video keeps skipping around. My wife.
Whoa.
Close.
Yeah, you're good on my end, Liam.
Oh, okay. Pat's turning into a robot.
Oh, that's Castor's job.
Pat? You good? Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Somebody fight poo poo.
Oh no.
Oh.
Also, you're still freezing. It says I have green.
It's like good and then it's not good. It keeps,
Green.
yeah. Maybe if I stop recording my camera? I don't know.
My things are red.
Okay, it sounded like you uncapped it and just held it near her?
Yes.
Okay. The liquid does rise up to the mouth of the vial, and I'm gonna roll to see if it goes for your hand or goes for her. Okay, so it does go for your hand. As this black substance touches you,
No. That's the.
I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Oh no.
Please put the result in play because I did not hear the answer.
Uh-oh.
He's having a real hard time, you guys.
A booted conductor. I don't help.
Handling bone.
Okay. Your roll. Oh, 5. Okay. As this touches you, it immediately seems to seep into the skin, and your vision darkens over as your mind is encompassed with just darkness and this sound like howling wind, and you lose control. Rue and Twig, you see Pat's eyes go fully dark. He, like, twitches oddly and then just starts to scream.
Okay, whack him in the back of the head.
Wait, whack him, whack him, whack him.
Alright, we're gonna roll initiative. That includes you, Pat.
Do I pull Pat?
Yes.
Okay.
Eating Pat.
Okay, so Pat got a 7 on initiative.
Ugh.
Oh dang! I forgot how crazy Rue's initiative bonus was.
Oh no! Twig got 5! 22! Okay, so Rue is able to act first for sure. Rue, what do you do as this definitely seems to have taken a hold of Pat?
Oh, wait. Let me see. How big is this? Oh my god. Okay.
Using
No,
a
I would.
third level spell
I
on
would.
this guy?
No, I would just hit him first. Yeah. I'll bonus action Shillelagh and whack him on the back of the head.
Okay, roll the hit.
Where is staff? Oh wait. I'm glad that was Shillelagh. I think dirty 20. Dirty 20 to hit.
Pretty sure that beats Pat's armor class.
It
Can't hear-
does.
Oh, okay. Oh, you lit up green, it went away, and then I heard you. It's like delayed. It's weird. Okay, so Rin, how much damage does that do? And is this non-lethal? Oh, Rue, sorry.
Oh yeah, it's non-lethal.
Oh, that's disappointing.
I really need to rebuild my shower.
It's been weeks.
I know. I forget about it. 9 damage.
9, okay. Pat, you can make another wisdom saving throw, please.
Alright. That is a 13.
13. Not enough.
Oh.
You are up next. So go ahead and you can choose your target, but you're lashing out.
Yeah. It's a melee strike or
Anything at your
just do
disposal.
anything? Make,
But you're like
Rue needs
super
to make a
angry.
wisdom save.
All creatures around you
Oh.
are now enemies in your mind.
A wisdom save, you say? What's
Okay.
horrible?
Correct.
Oh my goodness, 19.
9.
19.
Okay, so half damage.
What is this?
This is Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh.
And he hears a very discordant, almost scream like to.
Very fitting for what's going on right now.
I figured. Any bonus action, so I guess that's it.
How much damage is it?
9.
Ow.
You
I'm
guys
going to
just
turn into
traded
a
blows.
bear. I'm going to maul you.
No.
I don't think I can turn into a bear yet. I'll have to look.
Okay. Oh, I should roll.
And the elf is all tied up.
Yeah. Oh, she got a natural 20 on initiative, but let me see if she's gonna use her action to try and break the binds, which is probably not gonna work. Nope. So she's struggling against the ropes that are tied around her, but she can't get loose, and that's her turn. And then we had the other two that just happened, and now it's Twig's turn. As Pat has lost control and is slinging spells at you now.
I'm gonna set my cup aside. It's still full of now cold tea. I've just been staring at it. And I'm going to use. I believe I just have a stick, a really big stick on my back.
Functions as a
I don't
quarterstaff.
know. I'm just gonna to whack him.
Okay.
Like I've tried remembering a little bit of I think I saw Rue do this. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure he did this with the wolves. How different can Pat be from a wolf? And yeah. 1 second.
Roll to hit.
1 second, please.
And is this non-lethal or lethal?
Oh, it's lethal. It's very lethal.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. No, it's non-lethal. I don't. Wait.
This is your
would
chance
he know?
for revenge.
Would he know? Not. I don't think he
You can
knows
always roll a
his own
wisdom save.
Tried
strength.
to command you. No one commands the tree.
Yeah.
No one speaks
Yeah.
for the trees. They speak common.
That's. Yeah. Okay. And then I had to put a quarterstaff in my thing so that I know what the stats are.
Ah.
15
15 to hit.
to hit.
That's a hit.
Yay! And quarterstaffs are two-handed. Like,
They're
can
one
they be
or
two-handed?
two-handed, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I want to. Oh, I can. Okay, I want Twig to kind of have it brought up over its head, over his head, and just brought down on
Just
Pat's
cracked
head.
straight down.
Just like. So, that would be versatile damage as opposed to one-handed damage.
Oh, if you're doing two-handed, yeah, it's a different damage die.
Yeah. Okay, you take 7 points of damage. 7 points of bludgeoning
Bonk.
damage.
All right, another wisdom saving throw, please.
Seven.
Still can't shake loose. You are brought almost. You're like spectating almost through this like dark filter of yourself casting spells at Rue and the two of them pummeling you with stabs, and you can kind of numbly feel it, but there's just an overwhelming sense of emptiness around you now that just is all you can think of, and you have to find a way out of this. And right now the only way that your body is trying to find a way out of this is through violence. Alright.
Oh, speaking of which, the last hit had a 4 subtracted from it because I used cutting words and kind of barked at her as I got whacked.
Okay. Uh, Silent is going to try and break out again. That's a fail. She's still stuck. And
Oof.
we're back to Rue.
Yours are way too much. I think I will wild shape into a constrictor. Well, let me make sure that's one.
A snake?
4? Oh, where is it? There's so many things.
Constrictor snake? Are you looking for? It's a quarter challenge rating, if that's what you're looking for.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I can do constrictor snake.
Okay. Is that your action?
I believe wild shape is bonus action. I'll double check. It's been a long time since I've wild shaped. Features. Wild shape. Oh, it is an action. Never mind.
You're not gonna do it?
No, I will wild shape into
Okay.
constrictor snake.
The constrictor snake does not have any bonus actions.
Nope.
Okay. Pat, you're up.
Thunderwave.
Thunderwave. Okay. That's probably gonna catch everyone.
Yep. They need to all make Constitution saving throws.
Oh boy. She got a natural 20.
Again?
Yeah. Well, the first one was for initiative, so that hardly does anything. She probably needed
Well,
to
she's
make
still gonna
this
take
save.
half damage.
Yeah.
+1 con on constrictor snake putting in work.
Help.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Full damage.
Okay. Well, that's not bad. Everybody takes 4 damage that failed, and a success is half that.
Oh wow.
I rolled 2 2s on the D8.
Wow. So
Whew.
that is
It's
very
loud,
lucky.
and it's a boom. Yeah.
Does that push anyone if they failed?
Only that, yeah, they get pushed 10 feet away.
Okay, so Twig gets pushed 10 feet away. But without a map and with this small of a battlefield, it hardly matters. The next person is Twig. I was very worried you were gonna kill her with that. The elf. It very easly could have.
When I heard you go like, oh no, Constitution.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, oh come on, Pat, snap out of it, and I'm gonna jump up and once again bring it down on his head.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Oh come. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. 12.
Miss.
Dang it.
Alright. Gonna try once again to break free. Still stuck. Looking dazed. Rue.
I did a good job on them ropes.
Yeah. And she's not the strongest.
I cast constrict. That is a 23 to hit.
Dang.
And that will be.
Wait, let me subtract something from that.
From to hit?
I don't think it'll even. Yeah, I can do that.
Are you certain?
I think. With the cutting words, right? Let me see. Makes a damage roll or. Oh, a damage roll. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Not the hit. Never mind. I'll just do it when it hits.
Yeah. It will be 1d8. Max. So 10 total.
Damage?
And you are grappled. Yeah, 10 total damage. And you are grappled unless you make a DC 14 escape.
It's actually 4 damage.
Mine is 6? Good grief.
I rolled max on the cutting words. It's a d6.
Dang. Alright, and you are currently grappled now.
Uh-oh.
But it is your turn. You can use your action to try and make a... I think it's athletics to escape.
Well, it's a strength or dex saving throw. I will go dex. The DC for any escape attempts equals 8 plus my strength and proficiency. Is that correct, or am I
No,
fighting his?
the snake has a set DC for its grapple.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. What
Yeah,
was
you're-
it? 14?
You're doing either an athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay. I will do acrobatics.
Alright.
Oh, 18 plus 6.
Dang! Pat is able to squirm out of the coils of this snake in a second.
You like constrict and he just pops out.
That does take your action. Do you have any bonus action thing you want to do?
Bonus action, doesn't look like I can.
I do need you to make a wisdom saving throw for the damage you took, which was, what, 4 damage?
Uh-huh.
Okay, make a wisdom saving throw, please.
That is an 8.
Not enough.
Ah!
Why did the
The
stupidest
wisdom
person
saves are so
get
bad.
this stuff on it?
Yeah, I only have a +2 to that.
Oh, God.
Twig, you're up.
Just get out of. You're gonna like again. 15?
Hit.
Yay! Another one with a hit. Okay. 6 points of damage.
Bonk.
Alright, wisdom saving throw.
19.
Okay, with that impact, the darkness clears
Finally.
from your vision, and the screaming wind and the feeling of just absolute emptiness fades, and this sludge congeals over your eyes and begins to fall. If anyone wants to try and catch it like Rue did before, that'll be a dexterity check.
I'm still a snake under him, aren't I?
You are.
I'm gonna
Uh-oh.
try.
Okay.
Actually, can I whack it with my stick?
It's going towards me.
I'm gonna whack it.
You're like trying to bat it away?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Also, Pat, you had inspiration. You could have re-rolled any of those wisdom saving throws.
Yeah, but it's heroic inspiration, and I wasn't a hero.
True?
21 to hit.
21. Alright, yeah. You're able to
17 plus 4.
bat this in midair. Send this... Well, it doesn't really stay a solid mass. You more just splatter it into a black mist that scatters over the grass.
I think I may have made things worse.
I think this
Are you
test
okay?
was a really stupid idea, and I'd like to be untied
I
now.
think Pat's really stupid. Oh.
It was my
okay.
idea.
I'm gonna.
Pat is bleeding heavily.
I'm gonna start like. Yeah, I think he'll be fine. It's.
He
Yeah.
like doubles over and falls onto the road, like just
He's
in the middle of
he's
the room.
sleepy.
He'll be
He's sleepy.
fine.
Rue, help him.
Rue is already slithering over to check on the grass.
I'm
Make an
gonna untie the
investigation check
person
for
and then
me,
I'm gonna
Rue.
pick up Rue. Rue? Twig. Not Twig. What?
Pat.
Pat, thank you.
Man, just good rolls tonight. Let's go.
Even for a snake?
Oh. Oh.
Is that worse?
It's only 13 because it's a -5.
13? Okay, you're not able to find any sign of the sludge, but it also doesn't seem to be having at least an immediate impact on the grass, so there's that.
Okay.
From what you've seen before, it doesn't seem to spread from the sludge to the ground.
Yeah.
So you feel pretty safe that this is not going to start another patch of spreading infection.
Yeah.
Okay. So our elf lady is tied in the chair. Pat is just
I'm trying to.
doubled over on the ground.
I'm already untying the person,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna try and help Pat. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna try and help.
Medically, making like a medicine check to see.
Medically, I'm gonna like. No, I already know that he's hurt. I just
Okay.
don't. I want to see if I can like. If there's any wounds that need to be like. Pressed. I don't have any clue what I'm doing.
I mean, he's most of the blood is from his head. He's got like several splits from where you guys
Oh.
whacked him.
As
Well, that's
A lot
not
of
pleasant.
heavy gashes on his head.
as you've finished untying Silence, she's going to dash into the house and come back out with a servant who's got towels, and they start like wrapping Pat's head up.
Yeah, that's probably.
Oh,
You
I'm
could probably
so
do that. I
so
don't know.
sorry. This was a terrible idea, and I didn't listen, and I'm so sorry. And I really wish it had been me, but that.
it's okay.
Do you need a doctor? Do you think? I don't have any healing.
Just give me a moment.
All right.
I'm gonna go back to Pixie. The grass is okay.
Thank goodness the grass is okay. Okay. The grass? Oh, so it's not spreading from the point. All right. At least we got some useful information out of this. It can infect humanoids, at least
And
gnomes, and it
I've
doesn't.
seen what it does.
Can you describe your experience, or would you like a moment further?
He's just gonna sit there for up to an hour. If I can get a short rest real quick, I can open up a spell slot.
We'll say that she's gonna give you guys space to recover from what just happened. So if you guys
Okay.
want to take a short rest, she's just gonna come out every once in a while with like more tea or water or little
Yeah,
snacks
taking
and
that.
further apologies, and then go back inside. And eventually, an hour passes. You guys get a short rest.
Okay. In that case, I have some hit points back, and I feel a little better. Let me see. Nice. Okay, and then I'll just cast Cure Wounds on myself
Okay.
and get back to full.
Very good.
Ugh.
Feeling better? You're
I
you're looking better.
yes, I feel magnificent compared to whatever that was. Oh my goodness. Strong arm, you. He's gonna point at Twig and then point at Rue and just go, "You were a snake."
I've seen that before.
Twig is currently trying to use his hands to rub off a bit of the blood on its stick, but it only seems to have only spread it further.
I mean, it it hurt for one. It was really loud. Um, it sounded like howling wind everywhere. It's just constant drowning noise. I could see what I was doing, but kind of, I don't know, darker, out of body. I wasn't myself. I was just watching me do all those horrible things. Sorry about the whispers, Rue. I don't know. It's like nothing I've ever seen. It just felt so empty.
Empty. You're sure?
It was horrible, empty. So, like, numbing. There was so much. I couldn't even feel pain. I don't know. It was just empty.
We may need to take a trip over to Barrows, actually, if you are feeling up to it.
Yeah, I can do that.
The two of you, are you all right?
One moment. I'm gonna just put my cold cup of tea into the sink or whatever place it is. Like, thank you for the tea. And
It's
gonna go
completely full
outside,
still.
roll around. I'm gonna roll around in the grass a little bit. I'm just testing something. Does anything happen? Like, is the
When you roll in
sludge
the
gone,
grass?
or does it? Yes.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Nope. You get maybe
All
some
right, we're good.
little bugs crawling on you, but that's it.
Wonderful, brilliant.
I don't believe I ever caught
I'm
your
good.
names.
I'm Twig.
Oh, right. I did catch
Mundle.
your name. Pat Mundle. Good to meet you. She shakes hand after hand.
I'm Rue.
Good to meet you as well. Didn't know you could turn into a snake. That was interesting. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Right. Let's be off then. And she leads the way back over to Barrows. Things have settled down in this part of town now. There's no crowd gathered at all anymore. There are still a couple guards patrolling the area just in case there's someone else who wants to make a mess at this spot, because it seems to be a bit of a hot spot today. But you head inside. Silent is going to inquire briefly before the four of you are all led to by one of the staff to one of the upper rooms, third floor. All the rooms are very basic. As the door opens, you see there's just a bed, a basin with like a pitcher of drinking water and a cup, small. Well, there are several platters in this room, which are all spotlessly clean, and one final platter which still has a couple loaves of bread on it. Kind of some older bread. Maybe it's been donated by one of the local bakeries, but there is an individual in the room just seated in front of this platter. Fully black skin, like pitch black as that sludge was. Black eyes, completely bald head, but the head is crowned with like this waving, almost flame-like ethereal light of this like cerulean blue. Not any race you've ever seen before, and they are just scarfing down bread as fast as they can. The staff member just gestures like, "Here he is. I don't know what you want with him." And this individual appeared in town a few days ago. Just literally, just appeared, naked in the center of town, out of thin air, and has been taken in here and has been pretty much ravenous ever since. And no one's really been able to get much out of them, but they did describe a feeling of emptiness or hunger like you described, so I thought maybe they could be of use.
You want me to talk to that thing?
That thing is a person, I'm pretty sure. And
Yeah, he wasn't whispering.
okay, the dark figure's paused and looking over, and then just keeps eating. Well, I should say, the eyes are not fully black. There's like the whites of the eyes are black, and then there's like little bits of the same cerulean blue instead of yeah. It's very odd eyes.
I guess I'll go in,
Okay.
but very cautiously.
Okay. Rude
Got
twig.
a name?
Yeah, I'll go in too.
Okay. I don't think so. Who are you?
You want one?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Blue.
Dutch.
Blue?
I was literally gonna say your name's Blue.
Oh, okay. I'm Blue.
That's a good name.
No,
I'm Pat,
you're not.
and
Where am I?
you're in a house.
I don't like these houses.
No green.
How did I get in? How did I get here?
The people outside said you just kind of appeared out of thin air in the middle of town. You were, I don't know, maybe you were teleported in, maybe you were born like that.
I can't remember anything, but it was dark, and then I was a thing. It's like I wasn't a thing before, and now I'm a thing, and I don't know what to do, except I'm hungry.
Can I knock him on the head? Not too hard, just
Just a bit of a bonk.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't expect it. Just what was that for?
You feeling different?
No. Should
Don't
I?
hit him again, Twig. No.
My hand was already raised and I just put it back down.
No, they had a bit of a scare. There's a lot of things that nobody knows about are happening. One of which is this darkness you're talking about. We don't know what it is, but can you tell us more about it?
I was just there, or I don't know if I was a thing. I'm not used to being. I'm not used to being. I don't know why I'm here, except I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to be here. I think.
He's an animal. He's an animal.
No, he's not. No, this is.
He is.
It was
No.
dark and it was
Twig.
cold, but that was normal. And this isn't normal. And I don't know how
Say
to
that again.
get back to normal.
I think you'd get along with Twig pretty well.
Is
See,
that an
Twig's-
insult?
No, Twig is a lot like you, Blue.
Oh,
You both are very new things. This whole world, we're literally living in the new world. Things are changing, things are being born, things are being. And honestly, I don't know why it happens either. But you and Twig are some of the newest things there are, and that makes you special.
I'm
Oh.
not. I don't think. I wasn't born.
Twig's pretty old. Not as old as
I wasn't.
me.
I wasn't born yet.
That's
Recently.
not what I'm talking in the grand scheme of things, like across history. If you gotta parse it out, the Havoc
Oh, you said
was a
new.
while ago. Yeah, but that is a relatively new development in Eronia, right?
And I don't
If
think
you like
so.
the big picture of things.
I don't know what a picture is.
It's like what I painted earlier in my hands.
Oh, the illusion.
It's
besides
not a
the point.
picture.
It's besides the point.
how do I know what a picture is? I've never seen one.
You know what a picture is?
I know what a picture is. I've never seen a picture, but it's very weird. All of this is very weird.
I think he's an animal.
Well, he wouldn't be able to talk if he was an animal.
Well, like you
Well,
wouldn't.
not to you.
Your normal is different. His normal is different. Nobody here is normal. Okay.
I'm very normal.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
Mostly.
I was trying to get somewhere, Rue. I was just possessed, and I'd like to know why.
Because you're not as good as me at not being possessed.
That is
well,
true.
I'm not anything like you. You could turn into a snake. I can't do that. You've got different
Well,
magic.
As you guys are doing this, since you said Blue would get along with Twig, he's gonna like lean over towards Twig. Was it dark where you came from? Hello? Is anybody there?
Pedal Hollow is really bright. I try. And Twig's gonna get a very kind of philosophical look for a pumpkin, if that's even possible.
Pumpkin
and then
news.
just every time that I try and think, I can't, and then it's dark. So my mind is a dark place, not because I'm evil, but because there's nothing. I'm dumb. We are very. I put a hand on his shoulder. In that we are very much alike.
As soon as you put a hand on his shoulder, there's this feeling of you and him are now almost the same thing. Almost like you're conjoining. It's like your thoughts and you start to hear his thoughts mashing up against yours, and it's like, whoa, what was that? What did you just do? What was that?
I'm gonna put my hand back on his shoulder.
You are able to hear Blue's thoughts, and you know that Blue can hear your thoughts, and you can see exactly what he's talking about the moments he's trying to explain, where you feel like you're not in darkness, you are darkness, you are nothing. And then suddenly,
Speak with my hand still on his shoulder. Does my voice sound different?
both you and Blue are saying the same things as you start to talk.
That's sick. I'm literally sick. Something's wrong with me.
But yeah, there's this feeling of not really being anything, but you are somehow still conscious, and then an abrupt separation, and suddenly you are a physical thing, and now you are in this space, this other world, this town that you weren't before, and you are able to see Blue's first memories. And that's 11 o'clock, guys.
Go.
Yeah.